Getting it harder way Southern T back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you chose to be here, and your boy greatly appreciate it. If this your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. Subscribe to the channel. We talk this good boxing every day, and not today. Last night, last night we got to see a fight between two of the best fighters in the world. Fight that we've been waiting on for about 4.5 years. You know what I mean? Something like that. We finally got to see it transpire, and I must say, I was highly entertained. You know what I mean? I was highly entertained. Uh, it did. I say this. It didn't quite go how I wanted it to go. You know what I mean? But it went exactly how I expected it to go. Like it was an extremely entertaining fight. Now, what I thought would happen, it happened, but it happened the reverse way. You know what I mean? But all in all, that fight delivered. Like it delivered from the hype. It delivered from the hype. It delivered in the actual fight. You know what I mean? It delivered in the hype. It delivered in the actual fight. You know what I mean? So shout out to Earl Spence. Shout out to Bud Crawford. Hell of a fight. You know what I mean? I expected it to be. I expected it to be a tad bit more competitive, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna tell y'all why I think the fight went the way it was. I'm gonna tell y'all why I think the fight went the way it did, and then I'm gonna ask y'all opinions on see how y'all feel. I got 6 people in the building right now. I got 9 likes. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. I'm gonna let a couple more folks scroll on in, roll on in before I really get going. You know what I mean? Type deal. But highly enjoyable fight last night. As soon as the fight was over last night, I ended the stream because I wanted to save all my thoughts. You know what I mean? For today, I knew last night it was gonna be a bunch of extra MFers in there. You know what I mean? A bunch of extra MFers in there. Just trying to get this spotlight, just trying to get their love. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait till in the morning when I wake up, so I know I only have my real, my real supporters there. I have my real folks there. You know what I mean? Because a hater ain't waking up. A hater ain't waking up at 7 a.m. in the morning. You know what I mean? To hate, because he's still busy. He's still busy from all the hating he was doing that night before. You know what I mean? So he ain't waking up at 7 a.m. You know what I mean? To hate. So I knew if I wait until the morning, I'd be able to get off. Everything the way I wanted to get off. You know what I mean? But I got 8 people in the building right now. Y'all hit that thumbs up. I'm about to get into. What happened last night. Why I think uh happened. What happened now? Some people go feel it. Some people ain't right. But this is just my opinion. Earl Spence said. Earl Spence said that he is activating his rematch clause. I bet y'all. Earl Spence said that he is activating his rematch clause, right? And he said hopefully they can get it done before the end of the year. So we can expect Earl Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford to have at least one more of these. You know what I mean? Before the end of the year. Before the end of the year. So that means that we can expect, Earl Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford to have another one of these right before the end of the year. Shout out my guy Najee, my guy Teach, my guy Teach. Let me give y'all some love. Shout out my guy Najee. What's good, Najee? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Najee. My guy Davis. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Davis. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it. My guy Teach. What's good, Teach? Salute. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Shade girl, what's good, Queen? Appreciate you sliding through this girl, Shade, as always. Glad that you can make it, Queen. Glad you can make it. My guy A17, Mr. Talk Too Much, and I'm gonna read y'all comments. I'm gonna read y'all comments and after this roll call. I just want to get the roll call going. Just want to get the roll call going. Skinny Two Liddy, what's good, Skinny? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Skinny, glad you can make it, pimp. Glad you can make it. That's pretty much everybody. That's anybody. D Free, what's good? D Free, appreciate you sliding through. Y'all hit that. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. We about to get into this boxing conversation. I'm gonna tell. But again, about the rematch clause, right? I want to start with the rematch clause because Earl Spence controls that, right? And Earl Spence already said that he's going to activate his rematch clause. So we could speculate on, is he physically ready? Is he mentally ready? And whatnot. But he also said that he don't want it to be at 147. He said he'd rather be at 154. You know what I mean? He said it was hard for him to make that weight. You know what I mean? So he said that they do have a rematch he would rather it be at 154. But Earl Spence himself did come out and say already that there will be a rematch and hopefully it could be this year. So we can expect, you know what I mean, to have another one of those fights to look forward to, hopefully before December. Shout out my guy D Free, what's good, D Free? Boxing MMA 365. What's good, King? Appreciate y'all sliding through, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you pass on through. I know some of y'all go be in, some of y'all go be out, right? Hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know they would lie, let YouTube know that we talking this good boxing, right? But I digress. But let me read some of these comments. I know some of y'all said some stuff that y'all want me to read, so I'ma read it. Shout out to my guy A17, Mr. Talk Too Much. Mr. A17 said, Mr. A17 said, I'm here first. Let me say it. Bud Crawford is exactly who he said he was. We all know that one whole ass nigga in the hood with hands. He's just one of them. Congrats to him and Fatback. That's Bomac. He said, secondly, Earl, make the call. Which call you talking about? You mean to Blu-ray? He said, if he don't, the same shit happens at 154. I'm thinking he's talking about Blu-ray when he say make the call, right? He said, no, I'm not bringing up shit else. Lorenzo has been retired until further notice. He is Bud Crawford, two-time, the first and only ever two-time undisputed champion male in the world. You know what I mean? A17 ain't say that, but I'm stressing it. You know what I mean? Because I mentioned that a while ago. And I also said, y'all, I said when Bud Crawford win, I'm gonna give him his flowers. And I also said that we're gonna have to have a real conversation. Is Bud the greatest fighter to ever put them goddamn gloves on if he knock out Earl Spence? And that's exactly what he did. But I digress. We go get. I told y'all I ain't gonna be as mad as y'all. I was mad as hell last night. I was mad as hell last night. I wasn't even mad last night. It was more so. It was more so just crazy seeing myself get beat the fuck up in the ring last night like that. Just get knocked. It was crazy watching it. It felt weird. But anyway, I digress. I digress. I digress. He said, and that's from a real nigga. Let him say I ain't. Shout out my guy A17. Appreciate you sliding through this joint. My guy Teach was good. Teach said Bud needs to do three things. Fight Keith or Boots. He gonna murder Keith Thurman. I don't want to see that. Or Boots at 147. Most definitely want to see that. Or drop them belts and move to 154. Obviously, the rematch is not going to happen with Spence and Bud at 147 because Spence wants to move up. Yep. But Spence activated the rematch clause. Bud came back and Bud said, I don't have no problem with the fight being at 154 because I had trouble making 147 too. Remember, I dropped that video where Bud came in a little overweight. Everybody said I was lying, but Bud literally, gone. Bud literally came out and said that he had trouble. Oh, all right, but I digress. Yeah, but Bud said that he had problems making 147 too, and that the rematch being at 154, that made sense to him too. You know what I mean? So we very well could get that fight next year. Going off what both guys said, very well could get that. Then T said he said after last night's display, you will have to favor Bud style in the match if they fought again. Spence can't Spence can't that much. Spence can't recover that much by December, except for his weight. Back-to-back losses by Bud won't look good. Spence can't change that much by December. Okay, that's what you meant. Spence can't change them. Spence can't change that much, meaning his style in that short period. For sure, for sure. Skinny Too Lit, it was good. Shout out my guy Skinny Too Lit. He's always wrong. Congrats to Bud. I'm still rocking with Spence heavy. It's still strap season, man. We got one more shot at it. We got one more shot at it, brother. It's gonna be all right, brother. It's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right. Errol Spence, my Tyrone. It's gonna be all right, Tyrone. It's gonna be all right, Tyrone. We gonna be all right. We gonna bounce back. We gonna bounce back, bro. We gonna bounce back, bro. We gonna bounce back, bro. Shay Girl was good. Shay Girl said salute. Great fight. Hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. I was highly entertained. I was highly entertained, man. I was highly entertained, man. Extremely great fight. Shout out my guy D Free. I think that's all the comments y'all wanted me to read. I think I got all the comments. Boxing MMA, number 1 pound for pound, Bud Crawford. Yeah, he for sure is. Shay Girl, you said number 1 pound for pound. You must be talking about Bud Crawford. Yep, agreed. That man, everything he said he was, everything that I thought he was, he just had to prove it to me, which is what I was saying. You got to show me. I don't think you beat that dude from Dallas. That's what I've been saying the whole time. I just don't think you beat him. I just don't. And goddamn me. Goddamn me. You know what I mean? Literally, goddamn me. He beat the shit out there, man. Goddamn. He beat the shit out Big Bro in there, man. He said, Bud, Boxing MMA said Bud is the fucking best fight in my lifetime, T. Hey, boxing. But the second best fight in my lifetime, Floyd Mayweather. But if he do it again, then we gonna have to have a different conversation, right? But he for sure the best fighter of this era, 2000s. Like Floyd, if you count Floyd, 2010s for sure, 2020s, 2010s. This fight was supposed to happen in the 2010s, but it ended up happening in the 20s, right? He most definitely the king of the teens in the 20s. You know what I mean? For sure that. I think that's without question. I think right now that's without question. He just Spence can, but he has to do one big thing. I'm just wondering who go see it. Jerome Tour said, I had Spence picked, but I maintained for years that I will be happy either way. Glad Bud finally stopped playing and made the fight. Shout out my guy Jerome Tour. Appreciate you sliding through. BCTWT. What's good, King? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. Glad you can make it, man. Glad you can make it. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, whether you just passing through or you kicking it and making it do what it do. We having us a boxing conversation. I'm reading some of y'all, comments and y'all thoughts before I get, into it. And we gonna have a conversation. BC said I called out the round. You did, BC. Yes, you did. I wish we would have bet on this shit, BC. I wish you would have made us make a bet on this shit. You know what I mean? For sure. You most definitely did that, BC. Goddamn, boy. You did that, man. You did that shit, bro. You did that. He said he is what they said he is. A whole ass nigga with hands. Oh, man. Skinny Too Little said, I want Earl with Blu-ray again. A17 said he better go back. You mean with Blu-ray? He said, I knew this fight wasn't going the distance. Just picked the wrong winner. Yep, me too. Yep. I picked TKO stoppage, Earl Spence. I hit all my best last night. Alex Pereira, Big Beast, Justin Gaethje. Fuck you talking about? Revenge. We're getting it on the back end. But I picked out my winners right, and then my twin let me down. He ain't let me down. I ain't gonna say that he ain't let me down because he gave me everything I wanted to see. You know what I mean? And one thing about Earl Spence is, Bud would probably still be whooping his ass right now because that dude would not stay down. You know what I mean? He would not stay down. And it's like he wasn't. it's like his mind, like he wasn't broken mentally. Like people saying, what about his mental? He wasn't broken mentally. He was still there in the fight. His body, he got broken physically. His body wouldn't respond. His legs went loose. Cuts and shit. It wasn't his mental. He was mentally there. So I only think that mental part go be a problem for Earl. You know what I mean? Because he the one that said right after, I want to fight. You know what I mean? So that mental shit ain't gonna be a problem. But I think physically, now I'm finna get into why I think that happened, right? Which is why that I'm not against the rematch, especially not at 154. You know what I mean? It was something. It was a physical issue. Earl punches didn't like. It's like he wasn't even there. Almost like he wasn't even punching. Like it's like, and that's a physical conditioning issue. I think it had a lot to do with giving Bud all his credit. Bud, the greatest fighter of today. He just beat who I thought was the greatest fighter of today. He the greatest fighter of today. Actually, I knew it was one of them, which is what I was saying the whole time. It's one of these dudes. That's why I gotta see him fight. You know what I mean? So I thought it was Earl, but it is Bud, right? No, I'm not making no excuses for Earl, but I do believe it had a lot to do, you know what I mean, with that, with it being so. Even Bud said that in the post fight. Bud said, I think he stayed at 147 too long. Came out Bud Crawford's mouth. So I think he stayed at 147 too long. So I do want to see them fight at 154, and I'm not saying that's the only reason that Errol Spence lost, but I do think his physical conditioning was a big part of the reason that he lost. It's like the way he rehydrated, the way he rehydrated, like it didn't. It's like he didn't rehydrate properly or something like that. It's like he lost his he lost his nah, it's like he lost his strength or something. You know what I mean? Like Earl Spence is a break you down, walk you down kind of fighter. And last night it's like his power just wasn't there. You know what I mean? His physical conditioning just wasn't there. His balance, you know what I mean? His equilibrium. It just wasn't there. You know what I mean? And I think that's a physical problem. Like he had like weary legs. You know what I mean? He just was crazy. Like he wasn't getting knocked out. He was getting knocked off balance. You know what I mean? It's like he was getting knocked off balance more than he was getting knocked out of his misery. You know what I mean? He wasn't going loopy. He was getting knocked down. You know what I mean? The Spence defense is definitely not where it needs to be. Yeah, it most definitely wasn't where it needed to be last night. You know what I mean? Most definitely wasn't where it needed to be last night. Shout out my guy 1-2 pivot. 1-2 pivot said Bud a great fighter. Spence is a warrior. Good night of boxing. Yeah, fact. You know what I mean? And that's really everything right there in a nutshell. You know what I mean? And this is what I saw also. I'll be real about it. This is what I saw also. Terrence Bud Crawford is a better boxer than Earl Spence. Earl Spence is a fighter. He's a fighter. He can fight. You know what I mean? He can fight his ass off. Terrence Bud Crawford is a real boxer, though. You know what I mean? Is a real boxer. Like last night, and it's crazy. Like you could see last night, what showed last night to me is you could see one guy being a football player, becoming a boxer, and one guy actually being bred and born to box. You know what I mean? Earl was a troublemaker, football player turned boxer. But Crawford daddy was a boxer, his uncle was a boxer. You know what I'm saying? It's been, you know what I mean? You could see, it's like, I think that's what I saw last night. And I think with the physical conditioning on top of Bud being the better boxer, Earl is a fighter. On top of, at least that night, right? That's what I saw. Bud was a much better boxer that night. On top of that, with the fact that, you know what I mean, it almost looked like it almost looked like Floyd Mayweather versus Diego Corrales. Y'all remember Floyd versus Diego Corrales? Long live Diego Corrales. You know what I mean? It almost looked like that. Like that was kind of flashing. That was kind of flashing through my head, man. Like as I was watching, I'm like, man, I feel like I seen this before. I feel like I seen this before. You know what I mean? I feel like I seen it before. It's like But Floyd actually did knock Diego Lupe though. He knocked Diego Lupe a couple times. You know what I mean? His leg, his arms and shit was, you know what I mean? But it's like it just looked wild. I'm like, damn, like it's like Earl couldn't. It's like Earl couldn't. Bud almost looked invincible, bro. Like he couldn't hurt him even when he did touch him. It's like Earl. It's not that he forget how to punch. It's like his punches they just couldn't affect him, and that never happened before. I'm like, bro, he making it like Earl can't even punch. You know what I mean? And I know that's a physical problem. That's something eternally. You know what I mean? And then one day, Earl, wasn't punching or he stopped going forward. He was doing what he was doing. It's just like he couldn't. To Bud credit, right? He was catching a lot of it and making it hard to hit him. When Earl would throw his overhand, Bud would close up, and Earl got through a couple times, but most of the time, Bud would catch it with his glove. It's like on top of Bud being the better boxer, right, being able to catch Earl shit, it's like when Earl did land, it's like it wasn't no power behind it. Earl has a power jab. He's a power jabber. And his power jab wasn't there. It's like it wasn't there. Even when he would land it wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like the power wasn't there for Earl last night. Like, yeah, like he was fighting in the dream or something. It's like his power wasn't there. Is I want to see Bud fight Mel now. It hurts me to say, but I still got my shit on. So my nigga felt like he had the world on his shoulders, and it showed kind of sort of A170, like he was slower, right? It's like his power wasn't there. BC said he looked high before the fight. He looked high the whole time. Like Earl just looked high, man. He just looked high. This is how he look. He look high all the time. This is how he look, man. This his demeanor. You know what I mean? He probably do smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? That's just his demeanor. He got the demeanor of a smoker. You know what I mean? They just him type deal. But I don't think he was high. But I damn sure think he smoked weed. I don't think he was smoking. Or was he? I don't know. Maybe. No, I don't know. He wasn't, though. He wasn't, though, right? But, you know what I mean? That's just how he look. He look high all the time. He's Bud was in superior condition, had a team and was on point, and Whoop Rock had to get motherfucking shape. He said, I even said, this typo. He said, I seen the best welterweight in the world, Whoop the second best welterweight in the world. That's exactly what I saw. I seen the best fighter in the world probably Whoop the second best fighter in the world. You know what I mean? Most definitely welterweight, right? I seen the best fighter in the world Whoop arguably a top 5 fighter in the world. You know what I mean? I seen the number 1 fighter whoop the number 3 fighter. You know what I'm saying? Number 2 fighter. Before yesterday, I would have had him number 2. Now I will drop him to pretty much maybe number 3, number 4. You know what I mean? Anyway, Mayo, Charlo. Who else you gonna put in front of? You know what I mean? Canelo took an L too. Y'all ain't drop him up off that motherfucker. So don't start acting brand new around this bitch. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? He probably number 3 or 4 now. 5. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I digress. But I most definitely saw like he's an Earl took a beating like the champion, no quitting. Salute to him. He stood there, took a beating like the champ should. He said Bud beating him to the punch. Not yet. Bud was first. Bud was sharper. You know what I mean? He said it's the weight cut for sure, but not making this. That's what I'm thinking, Teach. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. And Bud said after the fight, he said Earl, he said I think he stayed at welterweight a little too long. You know what I mean? Bud said I think he stayed there a little too long. You know what I mean? I think they did have a lot to do with it. And I'm not saying that that's, the reason that he lost. He lost for a bunch of reasons last night. You know what I mean? Bud was just a better man. He was just a better fighter that night. You know what I mean? He was just a better man. He was just a better fighter. He was first to the punch. He was sharp. He was powerful. You know what I mean? You would have thought that Earl was the guy moving up in weight. You know what I mean? Or last night. He said Bud said in the interview once he felt Earth power, he was like, "That's it." Yeah, facts. I saw that. Yep, I saw that. He said this. He said that the same time where he said that he think he moved up. I mean, he think he waited. He think he stayed at welterweight a little too long. Jay Gibson, what's good? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. TWT in the building. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you scroll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. Appreciate you passing through, making it do what it do. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you chose to be right here. If this your first time, don't make it your last time. We talk this good boxing every single day, not just today. You know what I mean? We running down, what happened last night, you know what I mean, with Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, excellent fight. Terrence Crawford stopped Earl Spence in the ninth round, if I'm not mistaken. He dropped him like 4 times. Dropped him once in the second, dropped him like twice in the goddamn seventh, and then stopped him in the ninth. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Most definitely. But I digress. He said they were both incredibly humble. Yeah, they was. They actually was incredibly humble all the way through this. It was real buddy, but I think they probably fucked Earl Spence up. You know what I mean? That was real buddy. You know what I mean? Did Bud befriending Earl Spence? You know what I mean? Did that? You know what I mean? I don't know, but damn, it's like something wasn't there last night. Something was not there. Where something just wasn't there. You know what I mean? Something wasn't there. And Bud seized it. Bud put in work. Bud started styling on him. You know what I mean? He started styling on him. He started setting them up for traps and shit like that. You know what I mean? He just showed a different level. You know what I mean? He really, like last night, it's like that's the first time I seen Earl Spence look like he didn't belong in the ring. You know what I mean? He didn't belong in the ring with Bud last night. And I don't know whether it was like somebody said he had the weight of the world on his shoulders in the show. I don't know whether, it was the pressure. I don't know whether it was the moment, right? I don't know whether it was the physical conditioning, which is what I think it was, right? I don't know whether, you know what I mean, Bud just that good. You know what I mean? Just that much better than him. We know Bud that good, right? Bud the best fighter in the game right now. We know he that good, right? But is he that much better than Spence? You know what I mean? Which is why I think that we do need to see it again at 154. And this ain't me just throwing no cookies in the air. Like this is something that they said last night. Earl said, of course I'm activating my rematch clause, but I like for it to be at 154. Terrence Crawford said, yeah, I had trouble making 147 too. So I don't mind the fight being at 154. So it sounds like they about to get this money, move up to 154, and do this thing again. If he do that to Earl Spence again at 154, Bud most definitely is the greatest of all time. And I told y'all if he be Earl Spence, it is what it is. I asked the question, is Bud the GOAT? Hell yeah, he the fucking GOAT. And we talking about inside the ring, inside of the ring, solely inside of the ring, not Muhammad Ali outside of the ring, not Mike Tyson fame outside of the ring. But guess who about to be real famous now though? Terrence Crawford. But anyway, I digress. But I'm talking about solely inside of the ring. And I said this years ago. If you've been around Sudden T, then you know what the hell I'm talking about. If that man stopped Earl Spence, not only did he stop Earl Spence, he styled on that man. I could not believe it. I could not fucking believe it. You know what I mean? That's how people felt watching Floyd Mayweather fight their favorite fighters, bro. I know that's how they felt. I never felt that because I was the Floyd Mayweather fan. So I was always on the side where I was worried, but he came through. You know what I mean? But when you go into a fight knowing somebody finna put the beats on somebody, you knowing he finna knock this man out, you knowing he about to serve this man, you know this man ain't fucking with this dude, and then he go out there and it's 360. And it's 360. You know what I mean? That's how motherfuckers felt trying to fight Floyd Mayweather, bro. You know what I mean, bro? I felt like that's what I saw last night, bro. Like, that's what I saw, bro. I saw I saw Bud Crawford. Bro, this is now let's really put this into perspective. Now, y'all ain't gonna like this part. I know y'all ain't, but you know, I call shit right down the middle. It is what it is. Let's put this shit into perspective. Earl Spence throw the most punches in that division. He land the most punches in that division. He's the physically most strongest fighter in that division. He's the real he was the real boogeyman of that division until he got the belts. And you still have folks running from Sean Porter, right? And then people start wanting to fight him. The people's champ, I had him. Everybody I know had him. She had him. We had him. Everybody had him. And Bud made that shit look like a walk in the park. He made that shit like a walk in the park. The only thing we can say now is go beat up Jermell Charlo. That's the only thing we can say. You know what I mean? When you get to that point, you did something right, bro. When we start sending you up, you know what I mean? We was just saying this dude was going to demolish you. When we start saying go fight Jermell, first of all, he got to fight Earl again. So let's stop that Jermell shit for a second. Because that shit ain't over with. You know what I mean? That shit ain't over with. You know what I mean? We have these fights. We want to see these fights, right? We for reasons like this to see who really is the best, right? So now we saw what happened last night. So now we can say, well, Earl might have been weight drained, right? So to shut down all excuses, right? And it sounds like they on board with it too. Move that thing up to 154 and run it back. Earl said they could do it before the end of the year. Now Earl the one that got beat up. So if Earl saying let's do it at the end of the year, fuck is y'all talking about? Do it at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Do it at the end of the year. You know what I mean? So Earl said do it at the end of the year. Bud said, hell yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that 154. I had trouble you know what I mean, making that weight anyway. Bud confidence is on extreme high right now. So Bud going up to 154, fighting Earl Spence, that'll be his test fight at 154. That'll be Earl Spence test fight at 154. And if you're able to do that again, then we start talking. Hey, go fight Jermell Charlo. Go fight the big brother. You know what I mean? But Jermell got Canelo problems. So let's slow down on that right now. You know what I mean? Ain't no way in hell that Jermell coming back down to 154 after going up to 168, 155, maybe 160. You know what I mean? Maybe him and Bud go at the catchweight. You know what I mean? But I just don't see him fighting Canelo and coming back anytime soon, right after that Canelo fight, because y'all know how that bag is, right? So this Earl Spencer turns Bud Crawford thing, rather the only hope we got to be Bud is Earl Spence. Fuck is y'all talking about? That's the only hope we got. You know what I mean, right? For my Earl Spence, like, you know, for the people, like, not Bud haters, like, you know, I like boxing. Earl Spence is my favorite fighter, right? But I like boxing first. I'm a fan of the sport, then I like boxing. So I'm gonna keep watching boxing. You know what I mean? But the likelihood of Charlo coming back down, you know what I mean, to 54 after Canelo, knowing he gonna get a Canelo bag, knowing what's gonna take to win that Canelo fight, Charlo might not fight for fucking 2 years, a year and a half. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So they go meet at 54. You know what I mean? Whether it's immediately after, you know what I mean? Or at some point, it's gonna happen again. You know what I mean? Type deal. It's gonna happen again. Now it sounds like Earl wants to happen in December. If it happened in December, then I think, you know, if they run it back at 54 and he sweep Earl again, then it's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? BC said maybe Boots. If he fight Boots, it'll be at 154. Bud has no reason to fight Boots at 147. You know what I mean? Boots is the young gun. He just beat the best person in the division. Unless he gonna stay at 47. But he already done said, Bud Crawford already done said that he going to 54. He said it was hard for him to make 47 too. So Bud moving up. That's our Bud mouth. Earl said, let's do it at 54. Bud said it was hard for me to make 147. They came directly out their mouth. So from what they saying, look like it's gonna be at 54. You know what I mean? I'm not pushing Bud towards Boots. Bud don't got no reason to be trying to fight Boots right now, especially not after just beating Earl Spence. Him and Earl Spence ain't done yet. Whether he go in there, he go dust Earl ass up again. We gotta wait to see that. But Earl said I'm activating the rematch. He said that last night. You know what I mean? And I knew that. As soon as Earl out, I said, you know, it's gonna be another judge, especially if he gotta activate it. And it was on him to activate it, and he activated that judge. He said, I hope he could be at 54. And I know Bud Crawford ain't gonna have no problem doing it at 54. You know what I mean? Because he just beat him up. What make you think I can't beat you up at 54? Ain't I finna get it bad. Now I'm gonna get your bag. You know what I mean? So hell yeah, do that shit again. Big Dog Willie, what's good? PJ sliding through this thing, big dog. Glad you can make it. Shout out to my guy, Big Dog Willie. T said 154 is still high. Running it back at 160 will be better. Probably it'll be better. That'll put early all the advantages at 160. You know what I mean? 54 is more than likely where it's gonna have to be at. You know what I mean? I think at 54, Earl come in much. He'll be much stronger at 54. You know what I mean? He'll be much stronger. Like the rehydration, he may rehydrate up to 60. You know what I mean? Type deal. I think it'll be a better fight the next time at 54. You know what I mean? But most definitely, what's good, Ratchet? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Ratchet. Glad you make. I see you snuck in the building, Ratchet. Shout out my guy Ratchet since '91. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Somebody else came in here. Andrew. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Andrew. Glad y'all can make it. I got 26 people in the building. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know they rely. Let YouTube know that you in the place to be. Let YouTube know that we talking this good boxing. I asked a couple questions up here in this I think it's really time that we can start considering, you know what I mean, Bud Crawford being, one of for sure, right? If not the greatest fighter to ever live. And I'm gonna tell you why I think, right, especially if he do this again, to Earl Spence, right? No other fighter has ever had undisputed twice. I don't know, big dog. Big dog, feel free. Feel free, big dog. I don't know who he is. I don't know. I never seen him. Never seen him, big dog. Hey, big dog. Never seen him, big dog. But I digress. Right? Then what was I saying? Before I was rudely interrupted about this murder that's finna happen in this chat. What the hell was I saying? That Big Tech said he's not the greatest. Shout out to my guy Big Tech, was good. Yeah, know what I was talking about, Bud Crawford. Okay, so look. Earl Spence is clearly, right? Earl Spence was clearly true. Allah was good. Appreciate you sliding through. Right. My guy True said, peace T. Salute King. Great fight. Better man won. Spence was just a little off. You know what? Am I jumping the gun? Because that did just spark something in my mind. True. Earl Spence was on a 15-month layoff. Bud did just have a fight in December. So while Bud fought David Avenesian in between, Earl didn't have a fight in between. Ugas February of last year. This was his so maybe him getting, can y'all hear me? So maybe him getting right back in the ring might be a good thing for him. You know what I mean? Because now that I'm thinking about it, he did have a 15-month layout, but that will fall under that physical conditioning thing, right? You know what I mean? So maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. Maybe they did have a factor to play in it, right? But them fighting at 154, which I think they should do. I think they should do it. Earl tough, he can handle it, right? No matter, Earl tough, he can handle it, right? I think they should fight at 54 because that's going to silence all the questions for sure. You know what I mean? For all of us that feel like, was it the weight? Was it the 15 months? Is Earl the same? You know what I mean? He was weight drained. His rehydration was bad. You know what I mean? For all us who feel that way, them running it back at 54 would kind of, put a halt to that. It's one thing to do it right, but if you do it twice, right, you do it twice and you do it nice, because he most definitely did it nice the first time, right? He do it twice and he do it nice. That pretty much, that put an end to that. And if you Earl Spence, right, ain't nothing wrong with losing to Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with losing to Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? That's the best fighter. Anyway, don't even a pound for pound matchup, right? Anyway, don't beat that dude. You know what I mean? like in the pound for pound, he don't beat that dude. The only hope we got for that is Boots. You know what I mean? And that's at 154. You know what I mean? Because he has no reason to fight Boots at 47. Honestly, he has no reason to fight Boots at 47. See, and the reason that I ain't stay on here last night because I knew that I would have been all emotional and shit. Now I would have been all emotional and shit. I would have been mad as hell. So I had time to process it, right? I had time to deal with seeing myself get beat up on TV, right? I had time to let that process in my mind, right? So I'm okay now. I would have been really emotional about this shit last night, but now that I'm thinking about it, all the excuses can be put away with that second fight. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It ain't over. It ain't over with for my spirit brother. It ain't over with for my spirit brother. You know what I mean? And I don't need people saying, "Oh, he ain't." He go mentally and physically. A guy who mentally beat right don't go right back into a rematch. People were saying the same thing about AJ. People were saying the same thing about AJ. Oh, you know what I mean? Don't need to go right back into a rematch with Usyk. Mentally, he defeated. But AJ asked for that rematch, and he did a whole lot better that second fight. You know what I mean? Don't, Jermell Charlo lost to Tony Harrison the first time. Came back and beat him. So it ain't time though. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't panic. Like, don't panic. Don't give up on them. Don't don't throw them in the don't for no pun intended. Like, don't throw him in the water. You know what I mean? He ain't done, bro. That dude ain't done. That dude ain't done, man. He said, "Nigga using my profile to spit venom." TWT family. Yeah, big dog. I ain't think that was you. I ain't think that was you. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. That's the same dude that you shot too, big dog. You know that, don't? That's the same dude that you shot. He said we're going to remove all excuses that layoff hurt him, and he didn't recover. His legs was gone. / next fight he will be better. Need a warm up. That hurt him. True. I don't think he need one in between. True. Just go on do it. True. Go on do it, man. Just make it. Go on do it. You know what I mean? It's an automatic rematch clause, right? If you don't do it now, do you get the fight again? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He made a tweet last night. He said, I most definitely activate my rematch clause. He said, I'm gonna do a lot better. You know what I mean? So I think, I think with him knowing what he's getting himself into, right? With him being able to do it at a higher weight, you know what I mean? I think that's gonna play a big factor in, you know what I mean? It's at least, honestly, y'all won't really know what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about them odds on that next fight. Fuck you talking about? Because I'm still betting on Earl Spence. He was minus 100 this time. The boy ass gonna be minus 500 next time, and we really gonna cash out. You know what I mean? Or it's gonna be plus money. That bitch not to go the distance, right? And we go eat. Motivated Earl Spence. Now I did notice that he looked a little slow, right? But I think that had a lot to do with the physical conditioning, right? And now my guy just put in my head the layoff. He did have a 15-month layoff, and I'm just not into making excuses. So that didn't even like. And I said that going into the fight, right? But after the fact, I never even thought of any excuse. I just was like, God damn, why Earl Spence looks so slow, and why it look like his punches don't hurt. So my first mind was, man, he probably, it's the weight. You know what I'm saying? The physical conditioning part. The physical conditioning part. You know what I mean? That's the first thing that came to my head, right? Because I never seen Earl look like that. Until I see you look like that multiple times, right? Until you look like that on the regular, I gotta feel like, you know what I'm saying, it was something wrong. Now, Bud go out there and he do that shit again, coming off of where you just had a fight, you had a count, right? Then Bud just that nigga. Bud most definitely that nigga, right? But if he do that again, the way he just did it, he solidified him being that nigga. And for what y'all talking about, that dude the greatest fighter alive, especially if he do this shit again. I'm talking about solely inside of the ring. Not outside of the ring, nothing like that. Solely inside of the ring. You know what I mean? It's that dude. It's that dude, y'all. That and I hate to say it, right? It's that nigga from Nebraska. It's that nigga from Nebraska, dog. It's him, bro. It's him, y'all. It's him, y'all. You know what I mean? And then everybody know I'm truly am a Bud Crawford fan. I really am, right? But I did not think that fight was going to look like that. I thought he was going to fucking lose. I thought, and I only thought he was because in the beginning, right? I had Bud, but the way he was acting towards her, I was like, he's scared of this nigga. He can't beat this nigga. He's scared of him. I don't want to fight him. He's scared. He's scared. Look what he doing. I ain't never seen my nigga act like that. What you doing all that shit for, Bud? And y'all done heard me say this 1,000 times. What you doing all that shit for, Bud? Are you scared of this nigga? This nigga gonna beat your ass. And that's why I was like, oh yeah, it's that nigga. It's that nigga. It's the big fish. I was like, yeah, it's him. And then he going out there breaking people's eyes and ribs. And how the hell he go from breaking people's eyes, nose, and ribs and shit to not even being able to hurt this dude? You know what I mean? That's why it went straight to a physical conditioning thing, right? But for the time being, it's most definitely that dude from Nebraska. For the time being, it's most definitely that dude from Nebraska, right? You know what I mean? But I could not believe that shit. Like he was undressing Earl ass out there. Like he was undressing them out there. Like his balance was just off. It's like he wasn't knocked out. His balance was off. He was everywhere. His legs weren't there. You know what I mean? His legs weren't there. Type deal. Bud is great. What's good, Edgar Chavez? Shout out to my guy, Edgar Chavez. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Edgar. Glad you can make it, King. Glad you can make it. He said, whoever put a bet on 3 knockdowns got paid. Shout out to my guy, Derek Alexander. Appreciate you sliding through this, John. Derek, glad you can make it. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. BT said you too quiet as fuck right now. You know what I mean? I had to come on this morning. I was laying down in the bed. I said, man, you know what? Man, let me go and get up and get this shit out the way for everybody to wake up. And y'all ass still came here. Y'all still came. I was like, God damn it, these niggas is up. I knew y'all was gonna be up today. I knew y'all was gonna be up today. But I told y'all I ain't gonna be as mad as y'all think. I'm not more so mad at what happened. I mean I lost my money, right? But I'm not necessarily mad that Earl Spence lost. The way he lost was crazy to watch. Like it was crazy to see that. You know what I mean? That was crazy. The shock value was what it was. That was shocking. You know what I mean? But it didn't look, it didn't look, it didn't look real. You know what I mean? It didn't look real because I never seen Earl look like that. I never seen Earl be able to not. What the fuck happened? What happened last night, bro? What the fuck happened? I never, I never, I never seen it happen that way before. But I like crazy. Like Bud had all the answers. He had all the answers. Timing, distance, jab was on fire. Jab was on fire. Jump was on fire, bro. That boy jab was and going into the fight, who you thought would have had who everybody was saying had the better the power. He already got a power jab. He got a power jab. He gonna walk you down. What? None of that happening. You know what it's like he took away Earl Spence. He gave him the body, which is Earl's strength. He took away all the headshots
and he teed off on Earl when Earl came inside on his way in. When he got inside, he grabbed him. On Earl way in, he teed off on him. He stood at a distance, right? He gave him his body, right? And when Earl swung to the body, he shot the 1-2. Every time. Earl couldn't get out the way of that 1-2. He shot the 1-2. That's how he loosened Earl up. When he first dropped him down, he dropped him down with a right straight. With the 1-2. He dropped him down with the 2. He threw the 1, he dropped him with the 2. When Earl will go inside swing at the body, he'll fire that 1-2. And his punches on the string. Hey. He throwing them real gym combination punches. Like people make fun of them gym combinations, but he was throwing gym combinations on Earl Spence. Earl Spence was trying to touch him with the jab. Boom, boom, boom. He was trying to score. Boom, boom. Bud was throwing combinations. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. He was throwing gym combinations on him. And if you be inside the gym, you know what I'm talking about. He throwing gym combinations. Like people like say that like that as a joke. But Bud beat Earl with the ABCs. You know what I mean? I was saying earlier, it really looked like at that point, it looked like Earl played football. You know what I mean? For real. Like I'm like, damn. You could see the difference in one fighter being an athlete, a super athlete, Earl, being a super athlete, and Bud being a goddamn boxer. You know what I mean? I would have never thought, and I would have thought it, right? Because Bud could outbox Earl could outbox Bud, but I never would have thought Bud would have outboxed him the way he did. Jay Gibb, he put him, bro, he took the fight in the third round from Earl. I couldn't fucking believe it, bro. It was over with in the third round, basically, bro. Like, we watched a 9-round fight, but y'all know, y'all felt it. Y'all felt that shit. It was over in the third, bro. Like, it was over in the third. Like, when after the knockdown, really, when it was over, right? It was an exchange, not on the first knockdown, the second knockdown. Because I think Earl had hurt Bud, and Bud fell up against the ropes. And then Earl hit Bud, and then Bud was first. They both threw power shots. Bud was first, and when Bud caught Earl, he knocked Earl down. You know what I mean? When Bud caught Earl, he knocked him down. He was first. Bud was first to every punch. And I told, and my key to victory for Earl was Earl Spence got to be first, and Earl Spence got to be third. Bud was first, and Bud was third. You know what I mean? He was first, and he was third. Earl would load up his shot, right? Bud will fire his 1. Earl Spence will throw his 2. Bud to dodge it. Bud to hit him with the 3. Bud was first and third. Bud did everything Earl had to do to win. He was just quicker. He was first and third. You know what I mean? That's what you want to be in boxing. You don't necessarily want to be second because everybody planning for their counter shot. You got to plan for that counter. That's why Floyd was so great. That's why Bud was so great last night. He was planning for that counter shot. It's like by you being, they throwing first, but you striking first. And you striking and you landing third with that power shot. You know what I mean? Those my keys to victory for Earl. Got to be first, he got to be third. Bud was first and he was third. He would see Earl throw. He'll shoot heels, boom, counter Earl. Like Earl, catch Earl shit, boom. You know what I mean? The roles was literally reversed. Bud was comfortable everywhere that fight went. Everywhere that fight went, Bud was comfortable with it. Wherever that fight went, Bud was comfortable with it. That was amazing, and it was crazy to see all at the same time. You know what I mean? That was crazingly amazing. That was amazingly crazy. That was greatness what we saw last night, y'all. There was greatness, bro, what we saw. That's what it feel like. Now, our favorite fighter didn't come out on the right, on our side of it, on the right side of it, right? But that was greatness we saw last night, man. You know what I mean? Like, that had to be. It looked like Floyd versus Diego. Sutton T said it. Sudden T said. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like Floyd versus Diego Corrales. I'm gonna show baby Floyd Mayweather versus Diego Corrales at some probably when we go in the house. Y'all go watch Floyd versus Diego and tell me it didn't look like that. The big monster, the boogeyman, everybody was scared of. Don't nobody want to fight him. I'll fight him. The beast, and we saw what happened. Diego looked slow. Diego looked out of place. Diego punches didn't look like they hurt him. And what happened to Earl last night? And guess what they were saying about Diego? Guess what they were saying about Diego when Floyd did that to him? Maybe he was weight drained. If Floyd fought him at a different weight, maybe he beat. You know what I mean? Except this time, we actually get to see it at a bigger weight class. We actually get to see it at a bigger weight class. So don't throw this shit. Don't throw. Oh, he needs to wait mentally and physically. No man mentally beating is asking for to fight a nigga right after. A nigga who want his get back is asking to fight a nigga right after. AJ asked to fight Usyk right after. Who need to do? He gonna get beat up. He damn near knocked Usyk ass out, bro. These folks are professionals. He been in that fight before. He know, like, come on, bro. Like, it ain't a rap. It ain't a rap. And I'm betting EJ again. Bud, that nigga, Bud to go. I think Bud the greatest fighter of all time. He ain't even got to do it again. If Earl come back and beat Bud, they both two of the greatest fighters of all time. You know what I mean? But if he beat Earl again, you know what I mean? That's just gonna put it in stone. That's gonna put it in stone. Because if he go up and lose to Jermell Charlo, then he just lost to a bigger man. Point blank period. You know what I mean? And if you go up there, he beat Jermell Charlo. I don't want to hear nobody in the world ever in life better than Bud. You know what I mean? I'm there now. I'm there now because of what he did, how he did, 2-time undisputed. You know what I mean? I'm really there now. You know what I mean? I'm there now, true enough. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I seen what I need to see. You know what I mean? Now, him going up and fighting early at 154, that's gonna put the stamp on it. That's just putting, if he do it again, that leaves zero doubt. That takes away all the excuses that I want to make for him. The weight, the 15-month layoff, the rehydrating the wrong way, right? If he do it again, they take away all the excuses that I want to make. They take away all the questions that I got. Is Earl? Is he that much better than Earl? What the fuck is what? They take away all the mystery. He do it again, they take away all the mystery. That's why I want to see him do it again. I do want to see it happen again because two reasons, right? Them boys go get paid. I know how y'all care about they other people money and shit, right? You know, y'all love other people money, right? They go get paid again, right? Secondly, I don't want to leave no doubt about this shit. Who better between them two guys? Because there's still some doubt because of everything I just mentioned, right? What it is, we want to, whether you want to call it an excuse or whether you just want to bring it to the table and talk about it, right? The 15-month layoff, right? Bud, saying he gonna fight him, then not fighting him, then Bud getting the fight in between, him not getting the fight in between. You know what I mean? Did they have a play in it? They take away that, right? They take away that, he too small at 47. Even Bud said, or Spence stayed at the division too long. So they take away that excuse, right? So maybe Bud is building up for a fight at 54, right? So they take away that excuse. You know what I mean? They take away the rust. He had ring rust. They take away the ring rust excuse, right? So if Bud going there and he undress him again, then it just is what it is. You know what I mean? But that fight must happen. Now, if they agree, like, well, we'll do a fight in between and then fight, all right, cool, that's on them. But rematch clause mean we fight next. Earl said he want this shit to happen in December. And that's what that man asked for. Now, I've been listening to Earl for the longest. Earl ain't never told me a lie, right? Whatever Earl say go, just like it been. Earl said he want to fight that man in December, goddamn it. So I want to see him fight in December. That just is what it is. Earl said it. I want to see it. Earl said he go do better. He feel like he go do better. I want to see it. Because I want to see was that shit a fluke. I want to see was that a fluke. I got to. I got to see was that a fluke. I got to see was that a fluke, bro. If he do that shit again, bro, I'm not hearing it. Can Spence win a rematch? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No evidence. What's good? He said, all I could do right now is pay what I owe and take my head off the bud and congratulations to his fans. Yeah, my girl Destiny Black texted me last night. Said, I told you, little bro. She said, I think she said something like Earl don't need to He don't need to fight him again. Go look the same. Some shit like that. It said Crawford was putting it in Charlo's face during the fight. Yep. When he hurt Earl, he did. What King Judah say? King Judah was good. King Judah snuck here and unscripted virtuoso. Hold on, let me say what's good to my people. Where King Judah? I see K Carter snuck in here. Hold on, let me get y'all right, man. King Judah, my bad, King. King Judah said, salute to the ones who saw it coming. I was wrong, but Derrick James and Spence team need to be ashamed of themselves, letting EJ come in smaller than Bud, knowing he was already slower than Bud, shaking my head. K Carter was good, my bad, pimp. He said Crawford and team really been studying Spence. He was like 2 steps ahead. He did. He looked 2 steps ahead of him, bro. It's like, and I ain't necessarily surprised that it happened. I'm surprised the way that it happened. Right? If they went back and forth and Bud stopped them in the ninth round, then you know, but it was domination. It was domination. You know what I mean? It was domination, and that was crazy to see because I never seen Earl be dominated. Never seen it. Never seen Earl look that slow. You know what I mean? He got beat to every punch. Never seen Earl look that physically weak. Bud was stinging his ass. You know what I mean? Earl Spence would hit Bud to move a little bit, right? My brother here, Earl should have beat. I'm like, God damn, Bud strong as hell out here. I'm like, God damn, why this man so strong? It's them punches. He got that snapping power. You know what I mean? He got that timing. And Earl really couldn't get on the inside. That timing, that distance, that reach. That reach. Bud was the smaller guy, but Bud had that reach. He had that distance. He had that timing. You know what I mean? Earl take a step forward, Bud a step back. Tee off. Earl come in. Earl come in, throw a punch. Earl be getting back on defense. While he getting back on defense, Bud hit his ass with a hook. It was wild. It was like a fucking movie. Man, that man came to fight, dog. That man came to fight. Earl came to fight. Bud came to win a fucking boxing match. Bud was boxing his ass off right. Bud had the power jab. It looked reversed. The roles was different. It looked, bruh. It looked. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It was like Bud was fighting like Earl. It's like Bud fought like fucking Earl. He fought like Earl Spence, bro. It was crazy, bro. He was catching shit, parrying shit, working the body, shooting the power jab, shooting the straight. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, bro. I told my nigga, I said, bro, I thought it looked like, I'm thinking, I said, bro, I thought it would look like that the other way. I thought it would look like that the other way. Bud dominated with a power jab, and Bud controlled the fight on the inside. Bud did everything that I said he wouldn't fucking do. He did everything I said he would not fucking do. And I can't do nothing but give that man credit where it's due. Can't do shit but give him his credit where it's due. It was wild. But I say this. The doubt that I got right, and just like I can give him his credit, right? I can say the same in the same breath. I got a little doubt that it might have been the weight. It might have been the rehydration. Right? I got doubts. I never seen him look like that before. So I do want to see it in a different way. And if he do it at a different weight like that, then he leaves, no doubt. But I'm not using that as an excuse in the same breath. I'm giving Boy all his credit. That's the one. That's the best fighter of our generation. That's the best fighter of our generation. You know what I mean? Because he did everything that I thought he wouldn't do, and I damn sure didn't expect that fight to look like that. You know what I mean? It's him until Earl prove it otherwise in the rematch. Until Earl prove it otherwise, it's that dude. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna give him that because guess what? Like I've been saying the whole time, Bud looked just like me too, and y'all better not put Monster fucking anyway over him. Not after what he just did to probably the second best fight in the world. You know what I mean? The winner of that fight most definitely was number one fight in the world, right? Today, if you want to put Monster in front of Earl, you could do that, but Earl's still fucking number three. Canelo took a beat down against fucking Bivol. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Lomachenko got multiple losses. I don't want to hear that shit. Earl's still top five. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I mean? And if he lose again, he gonna be number six. Fuck is you talking about? Because he'll still have less losses than Canelo and Lomachenko. Fuck is you talking about? So I digress. So put Bud where the fuck he belong. Make sure you put Bud Crawford where the fuck he belong. Because did you not see what? Now, talk your ass off. Cool boy gave anyway a run for his goddamn money. You know what I mean? We thought, look, Cool boy gave anyway, watching what Bud did to Earl, Cool boy most definitely gave anyway for his motherfucking money. Talk your ass off. Cool boy was coming on to his fight 4, 5, 6, 7. No, and then he got stopped. My Bud, that was domination last night. That's number one. That's number one. Bud is number one. Talk your ass off. Yes. You put him in a fight with anyway, you put him in a fake computer generated fight with anyway, he go bust anyway ass up. As soon as he hop in on that wrong front foot going forward, trying to throw that 1-2 he was catching Cool Boy with. Bud is way too technical for all these niggas. I guess Boots, right? Boots, another story. Boots, another story. Earl until the second time, but as of right now, you know what I'm saying? He just too technical for Earl. You know what I mean? Now it is a Boots. It is a Boots. I want to see Boots, right, but not at 47, right? I want to see Earl and Bud fight again to leave no doubt at 54, right? I want to see what the hell Charlo go do. Is he coming back down after Canelo, right? He probably gonna take a big ass break. So 154 is gonna be wide open. Earl Spence still gonna be at 54. You know what I mean? Earl Spence still gonna be at 54. You know, Mickey Ward, and not Ricky Haddon. Was it Mickey Ward and Ricky Haddon? Mickey Ward and Ricky Haddon fought 4 times. Mickey Ward won once. Right? Was that Haddon and Ward? Haddon and Gaddy? Ward and Gaddy? Which one was that? It was Mickey Ward and somebody. Mickey Ward and who? It was Mickey and who, y'all? Y'all help me out, I'm high. Mickey Ward and who? They fought 4 fucking times. Ward won 1 time. You know what I mean? It's the rematch clause in that motherfucker. And then if Earl going here and he do well, you know what I mean? But 54, like it ain't, they gonna be at 54. You know what I mean? Devin Blocker was good, Devin. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Devin Blocker. I don't think I gave you your flowers yet. Shout out to my guy, Devin Blocker. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Wait, where you at? Ken? Let me find you. Ward and Gaddy. Appreciate that, 88. Ward and Gaddy. Yep. Ward and Gaddy fought 4 fucking times, and Ward won 1 time. You know what I mean? They in the Hall of Fame because of that series. You know what I mean? Bud and Earl already making the Hall of Fame. But they in the Hall of Fame because of that series. Stop playing. Ward didn't really do shit outside of that series, right? Come on, bro. So, you know, it ain't over with, dog. Like, you know, we seen people get beat down, come back and make it look like something. Ward and Gaddy, Usyk and Usyk and AJ, and I'm finna throw one out there y'all might not be thinking about, right? A lot of similarities, Not not exactly alike, but think about this: time off, right? Right? Check, hear me out. Hear me out. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali went to jail, right, for about 2 years, something like that, year and a half, year some change. Errol Spence was out 15 months. Muhammad Ali went to jail about 2 years, year and a half, something like that, 17 months, something like that. Errol Spence was out about 15 months. Ali went to jail. Who Ali fight when he came out of jail? I tell you, because I ain't got the time. He fought Joe Frazier. What did Joe Frazier do to Muhammad Ali? Yes. Talk to me nice now. What did Joe Frazier do to the greatest fighter of all time? Right? Until Bud beat Earl again, if he beat him again, convincing. And if he beat Jermell Charlo again. But anyway, I digress, right? What did Joe Frazier do to Muhammad Ali when Muhammad Ali had about the 18-month, whatever, 17-month, 18-month layoff? He came back and he fought. What did he do to him? Joe Frazier knocked his ass out. Ali had no losses. Ali had no losses. They don't feel me, Jay Gibson. Y'all don't feel me. They don't feel me right now. They don't feel me. Ali had no losses. He was the people's champ. Everybody loved Ali. Everybody believed in him. Everybody had Ali. Ali talked that good shit. Who else called for Ali? Said, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna knock him out in this round. I'm gonna put him down. What Earl say? Nigga, I'm gonna outbox Mikey. He outbox Mikey. I'm gonna outbully Sean Porter. I outbully Sean Porter. I'm gonna knock Ugas out. He knocked Ugas out. You know what I mean? They talked that good shit. Ali got out of jail and he went out there, he got stopped. Earl Spence had that 15-month layoff. He went out there, he got stopped. Bro, it ain't over with. This is boxing. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Joe Frazier was knocking niggas the fuck out. Ali said, yeah, you the champ, right? Y'all saw the fucking movie. Ali said, yeah, you the champ, but everybody know you ain't the real champ until you beat me. You know what I mean? And he got that fight. You know what I mean? So it ain't over. It ain't over. It's a rematch clause for a reason. It's a it's a rematch clause for a reason. You know what I mean? So that thing ain't over with. That thing ain't over with. You know what I mean? That thing ain't over with. This is boxing. But as of today, right now, for sure though, it's Bud. It's him. He the one. You know what I mean? Can't take that from him. Won't take that from him. But with that rematch clause activated from Earl Spence, this story ain't done. Now, if he go out there, wipe him up again, you know, maybe Earl keep fighting. Maybe Earl retire on his bed. You know, that man went through that car accident. You know what I mean? Type deal. Maybe, he said, I ain't gonna be, fighting to my late 40s, you know. But if he don't though, if Earl win, then we get a fucking third fight. You know what I mean? But as of today, make sure y'all put Terrence Crawford, not y'all in the chat. I'm talking about media. Make sure y'all put him above Monster anyway. Because Cool Boy Steph looked much better against Monster anyway than Bud Crawford made that fight look against Earl Spence. One of the greatest fucking fighters of our generation. Talk your ass off. Bud just may be the greatest fighter of our generation. You know what I mean? Earl Spence is everything that we thought he was, bro. Them people he beat, that shit was real. That shit happened. That dude, everything we thought he was. You know what I mean? It's just that some of us, a lot of us, not even me necessarily. You know what I mean? I just didn't think he was going to make it look that dominant, right? But a lot of us just didn't give Bud his credit. You know what I mean? But, it's a fight. That's why we make the fights. And think about this. We all know Bud is the one that didn't even want this fucking fight. Or, right, was Bud, I ain't gonna put that out there, right? I ain't gonna put that out there. But Bud was the one, who seemingly didn't want this fight. And look how he looked in this fight, right? You know what I mean? Now, Bud said himself, Spence, probably stayed at 147 too long. He also said that it was hard for him to make 147, so he'll do it at 54, right? But I think the fight gotta happen at 154 because that kills all questions, that kills all doubt, that answers, that kills all doubt, answers all questions. You know what I mean? If you got some doubt, run it back. You know what I mean? Earl Spence already said, "Now we running it back, and I'm gonna do a lot better." You know what I mean? Type deal. So if he said it, I've been listening to him. I'm gonna keep listening to him. You know what I mean? And he said, hopefully by December. Earl trying to get a Christmas bag. Run that shit back. Fuck is you talking about? Run that shit back. You know what I mean? No evidence said EJ was falling all over himself. Yep. And I think, right, I think that had a lot to do with his physical conditioning. I ain't gonna say the weight, but it was some off about his balance, right? It was some off about his balance. You know what I mean? And I think that was an inside problem. You know what I mean? It was it the rehydration? Did he stay at 47 too long? You know what I mean? Or is Bud just that good? Is Bud just that good? You know what I mean? Type deal. Nah, Negro, this ain't no revisionism. This ain't no revisionism. I've been saying for the longest. I ain't gonna be as mad as what I'm saying. Y'all think. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be as mad as y'all think because Bud still look like me. You know what I mean? He still look like me. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is how you kill all doubt. You know what I mean? You fight him again. Earl asked for the rematch. Make the rematch happen. You dust him up again. It ain't nothing I could say. Ain't nothing nobody else could say. You know what I mean? Nothing. Nothing. Ain't nothing nobody could say. Well, but right now, I could say he waited Earl out 15 months. He was supposed to fight Earl in goddamn October. And he fought Albanese. Earl was rusty. You know what I mean? Earl stayed at 47 too long. Bud did that shit on purpose. That's why he waited all these years. You know what I mean? I can say all that shit right now. I didn't, but I could. You know what I mean? I could say Bud had a fight in between. Bud didn't have no ring rust. That was always his plan. He wasn't finna fight Earl right after Ugas because Earl was looking too good right after Ugas. Hell no, I'm not finna fight Earl right after Ugas. Not finna get my eye broke and my reels broke. So I'm gonna wait his ass out and I'm gonna have me a fight in between. I'm gonna act like I want to fight him so he won't set up no fights. And then I'm gonna set up a fight and then I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna get a fight jump on him. I'm gonna shake my rust out. Avanesian did look better against Bud than Earl Spence. You know what I mean? But Bud didn't look that good against Avanesian. You see what the fuck I did right there? Bud did not look as good as he looked against Earl against Avanesian because Bud shook that rust off from that Sean Porter fight that year he had in between. Man, don't make me get on y'all ass in here and tell y'all how I really fucking feel. Don't make me tell you how I really fucking feel in here. You know what I mean? And don't shoot nobody. I'm finna drop this link. Don't shoot nobody. Don't shoot nobody. Don't shoot nobody. Don't make me tell you how I really feel in this bitch. Because we can have a conversation. You know what I mean? And he came out and said, "Oh, I think Earl stayed at the division too long." Nigga, you made him stay there. Fuck is you talking about? He fought Ugas a year and a half ago. He wanted to fight you that December. He wanted to fight you this fucking May. I mean, February. Stop playing. Stop fucking playing. Don't make me tell you how I really feel. Don't make me tell you how he planned this shit out from the jump anyway to do this shit. Get out of here. One of them had a fight in between, the other one didn't. They fight again. You end out. You end out. When I want to call it excuses or the fucking truth. Pun intended. Fuck is you talking about? He waited that nigga out. Earl had ring rust, Bud didn't. Now I could go the other way with it. So I advise you shut the fuck up and just take me patting Bud on the back. I digress. Fuck you talking about in here? Don't make me tell you how I really feel. I'm talking to these white people. I ain't even talking to your coon ass in the chat. Fucking dork. I'm talking to these white people right now. That's who I'm talking to. Put some respect on Earl's name. And we go give Bud his credit. Fucking goofy. I digress. He said Bud did he was supposed to do like a champ. They'll fight again. Y'all was trying to get that shit up out of me this morning. Y'all was trying to get that up out of me. Y'all knew y'all was trying to do that. Y'all can say T Mad. Y'all was trying to do that. I gave it to y'all. There y'all go. Y'all wanted a nigga here. Y'all wanted a nigga here. Y'all wanted a nigga here. Cassandra, what's good? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Cassandra. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you chose to be here. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Yeah, I do think Bud. Right? This how we finna do it right here. I'm gonna let it on tell you this how you finna do it. And if he beat Earl again, he moving up the list. This how you finna do it. Muhammad Ali. And he up there with 6 losses, right? And I just told y'all the scenario, right? I just told y'all Muhammad Ali was in jail for about 17 months, right? He got out of jail. He got stopped by Joe Frazier. You know what I mean? So Earl was out a little time. He come back. You know what I mean? You can come back and you can make some shit happen. Seen it before, right? Not saying Earl Muhammad Ali, but greatest fight in the world got lost. You know what I mean? All of them do, except Floyd. You know what I mean? That's why we have this conversation right now. We got Muhammad Ali, right? Sugar Ray Robinson. We got Sugar Ray Robinson number 1. We got Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson number 1, right? 1 and 2, right? We could take them 1 and 2, however you want to do it. The reason Sugar Ray Robinson, right, is because Muhammad Ali patterned his game after Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson was the first nigga selling out, crowds in New York and bringing them My bad. Sugar Ray Robinson was the first person, packing them crowds out, bringing them chicks out, bringing them stars out, like Earl Spence just did. he was the first person doing that, right? Muhammad Ali said, Muhammad Ali, you the greatest fighter to ever live. Muhammad Ali said, nuh-uh, it's Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson, if we was the same size, Sugar Ray Robinson would beat my ass. Muhammad Ali said that, right? So Sugar Ray Robinson number 1. Muhammad Ali is number 1 off impact overall, everything that he did. That's why we put him number 1, because of his impact. You know that, right? So I'm gonna do the right thing like Spike Lee. Muhammad Ali number 1, Sugar Ray Robinson number 2, Floyd Mayweather number 3. Fuck is she talking about? Talk your ass off. Y'all gonna put some respect on little dude. I'm gonna have an EP later, Bud versus Floyd, prime for prime too. But anyway, I digress. Y'all better put some respect on little dude. And guess who I'm sticking at number 4 after today? In front of Smoking, in front of Sugar Ray Leonard, in front of Duran, in front of fucking Aaron Pryor. Who else y'all want to name? All them niggas. Who else? Frazier. Who else y'all want to name? Guess who number 4 now? After what they just did to Big Fish. Motherfucking Bud Crawford. Stop playing. Hey, right now, as of today, he got to be, man. He got to be. After that, bro, come on, y'all couldn't tell me. Even people who said they was expecting this shit, Bud Crawford fans, like even people who y'all didn't think that shit was gonna happen like that. Y'all thought he was gonna put move. He must pissed in the house. He peed in the house. Y'all didn't think he was gonna do that for real. Y'all didn't think he was gonna do that for real. You know what I mean? But after what he just did until further notice, and guess what Earl Spence gonna be if he happened to beat Bud the next time? We gonna start his ass right in there at number 5. You know what I mean? We gonna start his ass right in there at number 5. And then the third one gonna determine who 4 and 5. You know what I mean? But most definitely, that dude just beat one of the greatest fighters of all time. You know what I'm saying? In Earl Spence. You know what I mean? He just beat one of the greatest fighters of all time. Earl Spence is still exactly that. That run that he had still exists. Champion. You know what I mean? That shit still exists. You know what I mean? Look at their resume. Yeah. Y'all like talk about resumes? If you want to talk about resumes, right? Earl's resume is still better. We going on resumes. He beat Earl. True. But we talking about resume. But only fight on his resume is shit. What's Bud only fight on his resume? digress. I digress. I digress. But we go give him his flowers because he deserves it. Make sure y'all put him number one too. Cause that man a whoop anyway ass, right? On the pound for pound list. Anyway, beat Cool Boy Steph, right? Anyway, beat Cool Boy Steph, right? Right? Earl Spence is much better than Cool Boy Steph. And Cool Boy Steph is a great fighter. Anyway, he's elite. You know what I mean? We just saw two elite fighters, but we possibly just saw the greatest fighter of all time in Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Two elite fighters. One fighter is just better. You know what I mean? But Earl Spence, right? Anyway, got one name, two names, don't there? Earl Spence, right? Bud got a prime Earl Spence. He took Earl Spence's old, bro. He took Earl Spence's old, bro. Y'all, y'all. He took Earl Spence's old, yo. Damn. 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 Nah, DP, we ain't gonna do this. He said waiting on the drug test. Nah, we ain't gonna do that, man. We ain't gonna do that, man. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that, DP. We ain't gonna do that, man. We ain't gonna do that. But that's wild though. That's brazy. You know what I mean? That's brazy, man. But I ain't gonna keep y'all in this junk too long, man. I appreciate everybody sliding through. I know y'all probably got shit to do. These other people live right now. Y'all make sure y'all go holler at all the fam. The family's gonna go live today. Y'all know certainty. I'm gonna be here regardless, man. You know what I mean? I take it on the chin. You know what I mean? Just like my brother Earl, I take it on the chin. Win, lose, draw. This is how it go. Last night, I just wanted to say because I knew it was gonna be a bunch of extra in here last night. I knew it was gonna be a bunch of, you know what I mean, bunch of nonsense in here. See, I knew if I came on this morning, right, a bunch of y'all weren't gonna be able to get up. A lot of y'all still got it right. The haters and trolls and shit still came right. Like that was kind of deep. Y'all was kind of the trolls and shit. Y'all was kind of deeper today. But I knew y'all was. Yeah, I know DP. I know DP. I know DP. Right. I knew y'all was coming out today. Right. I knew y'all was coming out today. But what I'm gonna leave y'all with is, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Take this from Southern T. And I ain't that old. I'm 32. I ain't shit but a year younger. I'm a year younger than Earl Spence. You know what I mean? I ain't that old, right? But I know this one thing. Hold on. But look, I know this one thing, right? Muhammad Ali was locked up for a certain amount of time, right? He was the people's champ. He came out of jail. He got stopped by Joe Frazier, right? He came back and then he beat Joe Frazier. You know what I mean? Earl Spence, true enough, was out for a couple months, right? Bud had a fight in between. He didn't. You know what I mean? He was a little off. He got stopped by Bud Crawford. It's a rematch clause that Earl said he activate, so it ain't over. But that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. You know what I mean? I ain't saying Earl Spence, Muhammad Ali. I ain't saying that Bud Crawford, Joe Frazier, but they damn so kind of look alike though, don't it? But I digress. Skin the Hardaway Sudden T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Look.